Larry, do you know where to get this brand? I had this wine the other night, and I don't know where my friend got it. Never seen that before. Pretty sure I bought it over at Costco. No, I don't think it's Costco. Google it, and they bought it online or something like that. I mean, there's a whole different way to buying wine. There are so many options, and the brand names are becoming now known as generic supermarket brands, and people are looking for the exclusives, for the different, for the unique, and that's what this video is about. Hi, I'm Larry Baker. I am a certified level 2 sommelier with the Court of Master Sommeliers. There are so many options, it boggles my mind. I know for the average everyday consumer, even that person, anybody, wine is like probably the #1 consumed beverage next to beer in the world. In some states, wine surpasses beer. Amongst millennials too, not just old farts like me. I mean, amongst millennials, and they're the old days of just one method of buying wine. You go to your wine shop and you buy a bottle. Now in some state, you go to your supermarket, you buy a bottle. Those supermarket brands, or the generic brands you've been drinking for years that you see on every restaurant menu, is not what the real wine enthusiast at any price, $5, $10, $20, or $100 wants. There's a whole different element. You've got mailing lists, wine club memberships, allocated wines, products, boutique wine. You've got from your wine travels, when you travel somewhere, people are having bottles shipped. You've got e-commerce, direct-to-consumer sales. Then you've got exclusives run by just about every retailer. They have the brand names, but the larger percentage of their weight is merchandising and showing brands that are exclusive just to that retailer. And then everybody's got a wine club. Everybody and their mother's got a wine club. Every internet, wine.com, internet buying. There's even a service out there that they text you a deal of the day. And I bought wine from this method, and you decide whether you like it. You do the research, and they ship it to you. And so when people go, the average real wine consumer, it still boggles my mind when they go to retail. I know I don't. I go to I use every option to buy wine because I'm a wine lover. But even for your everyday wine, cases of wine, it boggles my mind that anybody still goes and buys the same brands they could just pick up anywhere. Drugstore, supermarket, and unique. So I want to show you some wines and talk about how I found these wines, or how I got these wines. Just recently starting here, this is at Tenuta de Pepe, but this is from Erpina, and it's actually autographed. I had it autographed by Milena Pepe, who is one of the founding fathers and oenologist, and she's the everything at Tenuta de Pepe in Campania. And this is like a baby, a Terracini, a little bit of baby Terracini, which is the famous Aglianico grape. But this is something I can't find. If she didn't give me this bottle of wine when I was on that wine trip in Italy, I mean, I could have gone through customs and all that and put bags in my bottle of stuff that why would I do that? Of stuff that I can easily buy when I'm here, go through all that trouble, have TSA inspect that. No, I wanted something unique that I couldn't find. I think this is why that came home with me. I only chose bottles or things that I wouldn't be able to purchase here, otherwise why go through the headache? And this was on my trip to Washington. I went to Tinte Cellars. I can't get Tinte in Florida, but I could order from their website. But I decided to take home one of their Viognier, because people don't think of Washington State, when it comes to Viognier. And it's one of my favorite grape varietals from the Rhone Valley in France, and in the Rhone and Condrieu, especially their Viognier. But this Washington Viognier was very close to that Rhone style, and the climates are similar and the parallels are similar. So I brought home this delicious white wine, Viognier, from my Washington trip. This one is a 2005 Margaux, 2005 being a benchmark vintage. It shows here, how did I get this? I purchased this from, Gary Vaynerchuk, Wine Library, TV, when Gary was involved, but internet shipping, and he has wine club memberships. I know a lot of friends that work with me, and this is definitely a wine I got from. I got this wine from Wine Library. The importer is in New Jersey, and I picked that up on the internet and had it shipped to me. I mean, most of my wines, I buy a lot of local retail, but think about the retailers that you go to. I mean, I could name a few, but I don't want to name it. Everybody's got wine. I mean, and even when it comes to those Costco type wines, which by the way, one of the largest wine retailers, if not the largest wine retailer in the world is Costco, in America anyway, is Costco. And, they have their own Kirkland brands, as you know, just like groceries. So it boggles my mind, if you're a true wine lover, why you would go out of your way or search the internet or even comparison shop to see who's got the lowest price on a brand, that you can pick up while you're shopping for your groceries in there. There's so many options. The way of the wine world is changing. And I'm not saying retail stores, God forbid retail stores go away, but there's a lot more retailers, not just wine shops, that are selling wine. And I go to wine shops, but I always go, first of all, I never buy the same bottle twice at any retailer I go to. And I suggest you do the same. I always look for something unique. I try to buy never from the same country twice. I keep going and exploring different countries. Portugal, I'm big into that. Lebanon, from Georgia, not Atlanta, Georgia, but Georgian wine. Crimea wines, they're wonderful. Okanagan Valley from Canada, Mexico. I always looking for that unique and every little value. If I'm going to buy a Côte d'Aron, it certainly doesn't want to be a generic Côte d'Aron. You get my message. So leave your options open. Buy wine from everybody. Spread the wealth. But I just can't get, if you have any interest in wine and not just to guzzle down some jug, why you would go to any one of those sources of the new ways of buying wine, join a wine club, and join some brand that's generic, and then join their wine club so you could ship it and pay shipping and handling, because maybe they're $1 cheaper, you get a 10% discount. Why would you have that wine shipped? Why would you go out to Napa Valley and buy a generic wine that you see everywhere because you want to say you belong to your favorite wine club? No, the wine clubs are for those hard to find, no availability wine. And there's so much wine out there to get and experience. Why, use those different aspects. Find your different ways and methods. Use everything. Use your internet. Use your local retailer. Use your advice from that little boutique retailer. Look in their sections for something unique that you can't find. Use everybody. Spread the wealth around, but look for that unique. That's what makes wine so much fun. I have a collection of wine, and I don't think one is a brand name that anybody's ever heard of. Okay, so that's my advice today for further information from me, or maybe some hookups of where to buy wine, or some unique suggestions of wines that I know about, and where and how you can obtain those wines for your own collection or for your own drinking purposes, for fun, everyday wine, whatever the purpose is. Hit me up by joining this website. I have some new followers to the blog, Monica and Ray, shout out to you. They've been texting me. They were buying wine, I think at Whole Foods Market today, and they asked me, what should I pick? And I was a little busy today at work. I couldn't immediately get back to them, but I always try to recommend different ones, and also wines that maybe I can offer them as well. So hit me up on this blog. Remember, wine is definitely not for snobs. It's for everyday people like you and me, but also for the wine lover who wants to use all these miraculous ways of wines, your local retailer, the internet, everything, every way, your wine trip, to put into your wine collection at home wines that nobody else has, that aren't available. Look for the unique. That's the message today, and I'll see you next time. Happy Halloween.